And welcome to Traveling the Calm Airwaves. So let's take a deep breath. To my subscribers, thank you. To my visitors, thank you for joining. And don't forget, if you like this, put your thumbs up for a like. And if you have any comments at all, we're interested in what you think. Now, we're going to take an investigation to Selena Gomez. Selena Gomez's planet. So buckle up, put on your psychic helmets, relax, take a deep breath through your nose and out your mouth, because that's the best way to activate your psychic impulses. Just hold it for a few minutes. Count of 6 and let it out your mouth. That way we stimulate our vagus nervous system, which is the beginning of becoming psychic, your psychic powers. All right, everyone should be all buckled up and ready for this safe psychic trip. Now, we're taking off. Now, we've all seen Selena Gomez cry in productions and different things. She's a child star after all. Selena Gomez has been working every day since she was a young person. And she knows how the system goes, how to work herself, how to be. She's very surface in terms of whatever emotion that she wishes to stir, like most successful actresses and actors. Now, outside of all of that, let's examine why was she really crying? How many people, successful actresses or not, actors, how many people cry and turn on their camera and cry? I got the feeling that when she was saying, my people, that it wasn't exactly, it was a code, it was a message. And that's what we're trying to find out, who she was sending this message to. Now, Selena Gomez, as we all know, is quite wealthy. And she's earned it. She's earned it. She definitely has earned her money. Now, that's not the issue here. The issue is to whom was she crying really to? And that is something that we have to. Now, we all know that Selena Gomez has at least $800 million worth of assets in cash. Maybe probably more. Now, if she was really, she could do a lot. She could do a lot to help anyone in distress. Now, her people, now, let's say her people would be the people that she grew up with, correct? The people that she worked with, correct? And especially someone, what is she, 30-something years old? She spent almost 20 years of her life in front of the camera and working. She did not have a normal childhood. And neither has any of her people. They did not have a chance to be normal little silly children. No, they had to worry about this, and that, and memorize. They had tension. Did she have a childhood? That's questionable. And so, I mean, in terms of like affiliating yourself with your people, some of us have no people because we have distinct backgrounds or distinct experiences. And what do you have in common? That's a big thing. What do you have in common? Yes, you can have biology in common, but maybe the line draws there. Yes, we have the same biology, as we all do. 4-chambered hearts, biped, 10 fingers, 10 toes. Yes, we all have those. Now, let's just be a little bit more descriptive. To whom was she crying? And we all had seen. Let's first of all, let's see. To whom was she crying to? Could she be crying for the crisscross hand of fate that's like made her life the way it is. I mean, yes, she has material comforts, but does she have emotional comforts? Emotional comforts that she can just wear like a silent scarf around her neck. Comfort that you don't have to talk and justify. And yes, we know that she's engaged to our fiance, Benjamin Levine, aka Blanco. But the point is her heart really yearning for someone else? Someone that she really is her people. Her people. It's her heart. Yes, she's on top of the world, but maybe she's still aching inside. And whom is she aching for? That is the question. I mean, whom and why? Those are big questions. Yes, you could see a lot of people that are struggling hand to mouth. Selena's not struggling hand to mouth. No, she is not. Many Americans are struggling hand to mouth, but not Selena Gomez. And we can we could say a number of reasons why she's teary. And let's just see, why is she really? Let's ask the spirits. Let's ask the cosmic energy. Let's ask the psychic in all of us. Why? To whom? Questions about Selena's outburst on camera. Now, we're going to take 6 cards. Now, first we'll take 5. We'll see this. All right? Now, whom and why? I don't know how to put this exactly first, but we'll see. Okay? Now, we have here the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles. That was an opportunity for her to be in people's faces. And this could also be a mixture. We know her and Blake Lively are not friends, right? They're friends of Taylor Swift, but they are not friends per se. They are not friends. They are not friends in terms of sharing, and they've known each other for like quite a while. Now, Blake Lively has been getting a lot of like public press, and let's just say the little, opportunity. Well, this could be a time that she could like say something and take some of the steam or the attention away from Blake. That's possible because this was an opportunity. Now, once you open the door of opportunity, you don't know what else is going to come out with it, right? You can open the door, but you don't know how many things, people get into that threshold, right? Because once you open the door, it's open. It's like a portal. And here we have the Ace of Cups, emotions overflowing. Why? This could be a question that she could be answering and asking in her emotional state. Why did I have to? Why did this happen? Why is this? Why is this? And not only, we've all been following Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber is downcast. He's a new daddy. He has this, he has that, he has this, he has that. But he's always, oh, depressed looking. Now, do you crack a smile? I don't see it. I mean, yeah, I mean, how many times, or maybe they're just trying to paint a photographic image of Justin Bieber. However, that is what is being portrayed now. And of course, Selena Gomez and Justin are like, they may not be having a life together, but they're still tied at the hip. They're still tied at the hip. Look at how many people have their background. How many people? Can you imagine? No matter how old you get, how past experience, your childhood friends, your teen friends are, it's different. It's different. Did they go to high school together? Did they go to grade school together? No, they went through the music business of hard knocks together. The world of theater, the world of Hollywood, the world of production. And you take Justin for all the things that he's been through, his parents, dad out of sight, mom there like, yeah. Or but maybe she was in financial need. The point is, Justin was been anybody to go through. Diddy, Usher, We don't have to ask what he went through. We can imagine. And of course, Selena knows more about this than anyone else because she supported him and gave him a place in her heart. And she is never, she's the type of woman that when she gives herself her place in her heart, she doesn't scrimp. She doesn't scrimp, especially something that young. Both of them were young. That's how they started out together. So she always has a spot for him, a spot. And I think that no matter what happens, she remembers and he remembers. Life has many interesting twists. And here we have the hero, the hero, the hero. And and here we have the hero. Well, it could be her crying about trying to pull away from Justin, trying to pull away from everything, and trying to still, and also competitiveness with Blake and her public image, right? Her public, what she's getting, her attention is on her and her movie. This could be wanting her, like Selena has always been the hero, the heroine, the victor. So this could be that. The Six of Wands. The need to be adored. The need to lead the way. Her leadership qualities. It's like, but what was she? Because she wouldn't have made such a grievous mistake of harrowing criminals if she didn't have something that was breaking her heart. Something that, again, the opportunity was there, and once you open up the door, it just comes out. Whatever was making her cry. And as I said, someone who's quite wealthy they're in a position to do things behind the scenes to make people's miseries who don't have any or as much money or need of cash, they can soften the blows. And perhaps that crying was a healing thing for her. It could have been a healing experience, a message to Justin, but she feels for him for what he's going through. And they both know that their life could have been different with each other. They could have been different for each other. They're both stars, they're both in the same industry, and they both are working their talents. They have worked their talents to get where they are today. And here, we have the tower. We have the tower. That's not. Now we have to see. We're going to have to investigate a couple of these things. Now we can say that the crying was cathartic. It released emotion. All right, we can say that. We'll just let that star card rest, as well as the need to take leadership. And the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands. Somebody told her whoever told her it was a good idea to cry. My people, Selena, you're rich. Your people are similar to what you experienced. We know that, and also all people are one. So we all know that. Four chambered heart, again and again and again and again. Our biology makes us a human species, and it is society's dynamics of of having assets, wealth, talent, which makes your people. If you really wanted to be cut and dry that way, that's what people, as well, mainly experiences. And we could say that Selena has felt certain things of being Latina, but she's done quite well for herself. Now, these other people are just trying to get started, as well as the American people are trying to get started. Everyone is trying to get a piece of the American dream, and we have to ask ourselves: is this American dream turned into an American nightmare? It can't be controlled. In fact, in this system, we do have depressions that are simultaneously on clockwork. They happen every so many years because that's the way the system blows out its steam. You can look it up in Economics 101. All right. Now, Now we know that this was an opportunity. Now, let's look at this crash and burn. This could be the effect of what it has had, of what it has had. Is she sending a message? So let's just take a let's let's look at this. This let's use a different deck. Let's use a different deck on this. First of all, we're going to look at the opportunity. This Ace of Cups. All right. Now, this Ace of Cups, was this an opportunity to speak to her first love, Justin? Was this a tears for him for what he's going through? Was this an opportunity for her to be send a message? A lot of show business people and politicians, anyone in the public eye, have different ways and different meanings about doing things. They do. Because they have a public arena, they have 24/7 access to camera, lights, camera, and papers. You know, newspapers, publicity papers. People write about them. So they use that, they work that to make their discreet messages. They often say Elvis Presley uses his platform to as an agent. We will go into that another time. Now, this Ace of Cups, what do we have here? Is this a message to Justin? Is this a message to Justin? Justin Bieber, crying about the way their life is like unfolded, crying about things, crying. All right, we'll take these three cards here and see if we can glean. Now, we have these three cards here. This Ace of Cups, this is like an opportunity. Now we have the Fool. In other words, this was a situation that could be direct contact with the source of her pain without saying his name. And we have, again, we have the Star. We have the Fool, the Star. We already had the Star card. See, we had the Star card here. It definitely was cathartic. It definitely was a healing exercise for Selena. And as I said, when you're quite wealthy, you know where to put your money if you really were into it. And we have death. Look at that. Death. All three major Arcana cards under this Ace of Cups. Under this Ace of Cups. So we can safely say that this was not what it seemed. There's too much at stake here. If she wanted to be a hero for the Mexican people, I'll put it that way, or immigrants, she knows what to do, what kind of charity organizations to do. She knows. She could buy a village in Mexico and have everybody go there, relocate, and then have them make clay, some kind of merchandise manufacturing, and start a business that way. That's what she can do if she was, not sending a message. And we see here this Death card, which is a renewal and change. And we see the Star and we see the Fool. What does that tell us? Selena Gomez is in the state of transition. She's changing. Something's happened. Something's happened. And she's upset about what happened. Maybe her heart was really open to how she really feels and her life, the way it's going. This could be that. This could be her life is changing. Marriage to Benny, marriage to Benjamin Levine, Benny Blanco, tears, healing, change, or realizing that her and Justin are going further and further and further and further away from what they thought they'd be. And it's permanent. Like the moment you realize that this is the end, this you put a tombstone on your memories. It's a sadness because there's always a hope. It's strange that way. Like I feel that her tears somewhat was like generated to for attention, but I think it was the floodgates. As you see this fool with a key and realizing myself, realizing me, the key to my heart. And then how can I ever get over that? How it's over. And then how can she not feel Justin's chaos? How can she not? How can she not? This is something that, goes deep in the heart of Selena Gomez. And she is a warm person. She is a warm person. Now, here, let's examine this. This is the tower. Did something fall apart? Did something between her and Billy Blanco fall apart? Why? Or she's just like, I can't do this, or I can do this, I must do this. What is she thinking? Now, we're going to do these cards. We're going to go for the psychic. We're going to go for the light and finding. The pegging cats are like love, our love relationships. Love relationships. Now, here we are. Why does Selena Gomez feel the tower is the end of the tower? Why do we get that reading in terms of when Selena Gomez, what is this tower of like mammoth feeling that you are undergoing? This one and this one. I'm going to take one more. What is this tower? What kind of tower is this? Is this a good tower? Is this the tower that I will let go of Justin Bieber forever and pledge myself to Benny and I'm crying because of my part of my life is really over? Could that be it? So we have the Four of Wands, the door, the door, the opening. And we have the hangman, the hangman. Oof. And we have the chariot. Well, look at that. We have the hangman, the chariot, and the Four of Wands. So these main two characters, the movement and standstill. Well, it is a big emotional decision for Selena Gomez. And she feels as though she has moved on. But part of her is also stuck in the idea in the past, which is the present. If you keep thinking about something from the past, it is your present. She does make these comparisons. As the door of the Four of Wands, Benny has devoted himself to her. However, he's not Justin. He's not Justin. So this could very well be, as this tower is explained, there still is that duality. Moving on, staying still. Staying still to really understand even a small crack in the door to Justin's heart, to their past early experiences, is something she cannot let go. And that is something that Benny has lived with. And the thing is it tearing the relationship? Is it tearing the relationship? You know, not I don't like to use that word. To have to have if you were in love with someone at a young age and you had the ups and downs, ups and downs, ups and downs, ups and downs, do you not think that sending a message of tears of you being upset would not be unaffected by that person you had that early base connection with? Do you not think so? Well, this is a strange reading, but I think that we could see that to whom was Selena crying for? I think that she was just crying for herself. I think she was crying for her life, how she has spent it, and where she's going. You know, you hear of like, and she was crying for Justin. She was crying for like a lot of people that she personally knew. I think in the beginning she could have just done it because it's a stunt for getting attention from Blake. I mean, Blake Lively has been like blah blah all over the place, and this was her chance to do it. But I think it opened the door to something else that's very very deep, and she suppresses. And I also think that, like a lot of classical musicians, or musicians of the early, 18th and 19th century, Mozart, for instance, these people like Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber, they worked young. They were kids when they were thrust out in the public. And they were depleted. They were depleted. Work, 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 work. So there is some kind of similarity about burnout. You know, it's called burnout. Burnout. So perhaps Justin Bieber is suffering from burnout, and Selena Gomez can feel his burnout. And for good friends, no matter if you're speaking or not, that's something that you don't really have control over because it's your emotions. So I think that the tears that she felt was tears for herself and for Justin. Her life, his life, how things have played out. Well, if you have, that's the end. So that's as much as I can psychically see at this point. So if you have any comments, if do you think so? I mean, we all have private motivations for everything we do, as well as our public, our wish list. But even to have a wish list, you have to start from your core, your core of experiences, and which makes your feelings. So we'll see if you have any insight into this. I don't believe that she would openly, that what the public has stated, the newspapers, that's secondary. That's just like, ribbing. It's not it. It's not it. So let's all have compassion over people, all people. We're all in this together, and we don't know where all this is going, but we have an idea that something big and major is happening. So somebody is tearful for emotional reasons. Crying is a good release. It's a good release. Until the next time, Mystic Moons is going to sign off. Feel better, Selena Gomez. And if you really want to, you know how to help people, do it. And helping yourself, they'll help you too. So until the next time, thank you very much. Bye bye.